Hey everybody, hope we're doing great. My name is Em, and I am the greatest Guardians Gaming Network Game Master. That was a mouthful, holy cow. Um, Welcome to our stream. Tonight we are playing some Starfinder. Looks like we got a couple viewers in chat. Welcome. Hey, what's up, Mark? And let's see, why can't I see who's here? Nice, but welcome. Let's go through and introduce our characters again, and then we'll do a quick recap as to where we are and what kind of happened last time. And then we'll continue to continue our story. Sound good? Cool. I'm gonna go last, if that's okay. But I would like you all to tell us what is your character's name? What is your name? Your character's name. Pronouns. And what's a fun fact about your character? We'll keep it really broad. Just give us a quick fact. Can be random, can be tied to the adventure, whatever you would like to share. Let's go to Tommy first, if that's okay. Which is good, considering what happened last time. Thank you. Let's go to Joran next. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Let's go next to Claire. Hang on, everybody. Thank you, Mark. Sorry. Our sound didn't go through. For all of that, it does. Now it should be working. Can everybody say something? And Mark, could you please confirm for us? Ah, it's not going through. Oh, tragic. Okay. Well, sit tight if you don't mind, people, friends. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite frustrating. Okay. Well, let's add a new audio input then. Or audio output capture. Oh, goodness. Could you all try speaking?
We shall speak when requested.
We should be good.
Never done this before.
We're brand new. All right, so we should be good now. Everybody give me a quick hey again.
Hey.
Yay. Okay,
Hey
there
again.
we go. Thanks.
Hey.
Mark, thank you for letting us know. Let's do a do-over, set some music under this, and continue kind of where we left off.
Theme music.
Some what?
Some theme music.
Yeah, just kind of set a vibe. Claire, would you mind starting us off since you were about to go, and then we'll go to Gwen,
Sure.
then back to Tommy, then to Jordan.
Yeah, so I'm Claire. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them. I play Zene, whose pronouns are she, her. And my fun fact about Zene is that despite the image of her I created, she actually has gray skin. I just kind of forgot about that when doing it.
Cool. Thank you. All right, super cool. Let's go to Gwen, who is our newest player here in this group. Welcome, super excited to have you. If you've been watching Tales of the Witch Boy, you definitely recognize Gwen as the Hannah Liar of our group. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Gwen, and who you're playing.
Well, when I found out that I couldn't be playing with the other group, we were joking around, and somebody said, why don't we just make Hannah Liar in space when they found out I'm going to be here? So Hannah Liar is not intelligent. She is a big himbo and a lesbian wreck. And so she's a space pilot who doesn't believe space is real. She's not that smart. And she's just here for a good time, not for a long time.
Thank you. Let's go back to Tommy, if you wouldn't mind introducing us.
Yeah.
To your character again.
My name is Tommy. I use he, him pronouns. My character's name is Sakar, and I'm switching my fun fact up for the second time around. My new fun fact is that Sakar has atmospheric adaptations, which make him immune to inhaled poisons, and he's acclimated to thick and thin atmospheres.
Very cool. Thank you very much. Let's go again back to Joran and Rowan.
Right, so my name is Joran. I use he, him pronouns, and my character that I'm playing this week is Rowan Varecki, who also uses he, him pronouns. The fun fact that I am going to give for Rowan is, again, that he has an inventory full of minor intoxicants, so this guy is, got a little bit of party in him, and like I said before, it might trip you up.
Cool. Thank you. So I think that would be all of our player characters. I'm going to introduce my playing GM character. Her name is Rayleigh, and she is she uses she, her pronouns. My name is M. I use she, her pronouns. And Rayleigh is a hothead. She loves electricity, and her fun fact, I think, is that she carries these headphones, or she wears these headphones all the time, and she's always playing music. And every now and then, just to make sure she's hearing things, she'll lift aside and get involved with the conversation. And then when she needs a weapon, she'll pull it down and it'll turn into a pistol. So that's her fun little character flair.
Party trick.
Party trick for sure.
The beats were banging, that's what I remember.
That's right, that was a good pun.
I was like, wait, I knew this.
Okay. Does anybody want... Oh my gosh, thank you, everybody. Yes, I love all these. Our chat is a little bit more lively today than it has been in the past, so thank you, everybody. So I would appreciate if one of you could give us a rundown of what happened last time from your character's perspective, or from your perspective as a player, whatever you feel most comfortable. Also, I'm realizing I didn't show artwork for Hannah, so I would like to do that now. This is Hannah Liar, the space pilot who doesn't believe in space.
Can you push it to us?
What's that?
Can you push it to us?
Oh, I can.
Like to see.
Sorry, yes.
Aha.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, could anybody give us a rundown of what happened last time?
Let me tell you what happened. So we show up, we land on this planet. It's beautiful clouds everywhere, some plants and some odd things with lots of eyes grazing all over the place. And I think, let's get in and out of here as quick as possible. I gotta get these credits and go. This is, quite a situation. And the first thing that we discover is that there are bridges that are quite unstable, and this little lizard man starts trying to run across it at full speed, and all I can think to do is stop him. So I secretly secretly try to trip him up a little bit, and he takes a stumble. He almost falls over the edge, but we catch him. I play it cool, and nobody notices, so we're all good here. Then we move along, encounter some more danger, and I'll let somebody else take it over from here and tell me what happened, because that's what I remember.
So, after we, so we're like going across this bridge, very unstable, and some scary guys come up to be like, not happy about this whole group of people that are walking across the bridge and making my food source unstable because it's being held up by plants. So we successfully hide. Just basically like all stealth mode, just not gonna deal with that one until we make it to the next platform where we meet another scary guy. Tommy, do you want to turn or do you want me to keep going?
I don't remember what the second scary guy looked like, but we beat him.
Lots of teeth and
And filled with
exploded on
gas?
impact, but we did not have that problem.
Emma,
Emma,
you're
if
muted.
talking and we cannot hear you.
Do you want me to jump in?
Yes.
Yes. You can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So, as everybody said, we land on this planet, which is a gas giant. There's this massive platform the ship lands on. It's all suspended by these floating plants. They work their way across the bridge, hide from these creatures that are grazing on the plants, and then make it across to a more stable platform that is enclosed by these cables that are also held up by plants, floating plants. So everything here, there's no technology keeping everything afloat other than simply biological workarounds. So you've got like all of these plants that seem to be filled with these gases and have these air bladders on them that are just keeping everything supported. And this group of mercenaries ends up on the first main platform, and this giant, crazy-looking shark thing called a cloud skate flies over, using gas in its body to propel itself forward, and just starts whipping around and attacking our adventurers. They they kill the cloud skate, which they realize is likely.
We crit the check to like learn more about it, and that's why we knew it was going to explode.
Yes, and it did explode, and I think you all realized that. Did it explode?
No, because
No,
we
we
didn't
avoided the
use
explosion.
the bad damage against it.
Yes, that's right. And once you killed this creature, you realized this is small for this species, and it became kind of apparent that this is probably the young of another
Oops.
another cloud skate, the offspring. And you continued forward, worked your way from platform to platform, similarly going across these bridges, and these bridges being held up all very like. I think we mentioned that these bridges were clearly not made for walking creatures. Like they were made for walking creatures, but not made by walking creatures. It was kind of a like, here's our attempt at being like ADA accessible, even when that's a bad analogy.
No, but it's a correct
But it's
analogy.
like a good
'cause-
analogy because
Yeah.
that happens so often.
Right, and it's they didn't do a good job of doing that, and so these bipedal, or just like in general ground landlocked creatures who visit can walk across, but really they didn't do a good job of making sure that they'd be able to. So everybody works their way across the platforms, and you get to this main structure, which is what our viewers are seeing right now in the clouds. You arrive at this massive structure, held up in space, or held up in the sky of this gas giant. It's floating because of an air bladder, and multiple air bladders that are treating this structure like a big balloon. And as you approach the structure, you also see that there are offshoots of this structure that are very similar to what you crossed to get over here. You see other landing pads, you see other bridges, and you see other epifarms where you've got these floating plants with these grazing creatures stopping by. Now, thank you, everybody. So when you arrive, I actually would like to switch over to Hannah's perspective. Hannah, what have you been doing in space the last couple weeks, would you say?
Well, I mean, as y'all know, space doesn't really exist, so Hannah's just been drifting about. There's this really dark sky. I think it's been night for at least like 4 weeks now. So she's just been wandering, getting some good jobs done. Lots of strange looking folks in these parts, but you know, to each their own.
Very cool. And I think you would have seen recently a job pop up from something called the Starfinder Society. I mean, you've heard of them before, but like, I don't know if you've really worked with them in the past.
I mean, I might take a small job with them, but like stars, do those even exist?
So apparently you're going to go find some stars, and maybe this is a star that you've found now, if that's even a real thing. But you take the job, and it explains that these farmers have been having a really hard time, and actually recently these farmers have just straight up disappeared. Nobody is present at this farm, and you've taken this job because the Starfinders have been overextended recently. And so you're like, all right, cool, it's a little bit of extra cash, and you arrive and you work your way across these platforms. You see everything's held up by these floating plants, which just probably looks bizarre. And you make your way...
Space does, so I mean, I'm not too worried about it.
And you work your way over to this massive structure that's held in place by a balloon floating in the sky. After walking around a bit, you actually see another group of individuals. One of them looking to be a Hanakin, who is a kind of like a lizard person, a little bit like looks a little bit like a velociraptor. You also see a plant person, who you might recognize to be Goran. And you also see a Lashunta individual, 2 Lashunta individuals. And one of them is dressed in all black and wearing a studded leather jacket. The other, how would you describe Rowan?
Oh, I think he's got just a lot of like packs and stuff, like little, you know, like the very like thieves look, but I think more space updated with lots of like packs of stuff.
Oh.
Satchels, whatever they're called, you know.
Nice. Yeah, and you see this group of people. What do you do?
Well, I reckon y'all have a bit more of a clear understanding of this situation. I'm sorry, is that your pet or something down there? He looks a little bitey. Do you got like all of his shots and stuff?
Well, listen, we already had to take care of some big things without this extra help, so I don't know where you came from, but...
Look, I'm just looking for some dang farmers. I didn't mean to mess in all your business. All I'm saying is, like, it got rabies shot.
Hey, I'm down here, you know.
Oh my heavens. Hi. I'm sorry. I didn't know you was sentience.
But like,
I didn't know either.
Wow.
Common confusion.
I don't know. You need them?
So, excuse me, man. Do you have your rabies shots?
I don't know what that is, but name's Sakar.
Oh, he even got a name for himself. Well, hi, Sakara. My name's Hannah, Hannah Lai, and you might know me. I'm famous around these parts, I think. I don't know. I've actually never been here before.
I'm a little confused how I'd know you then.
You know, you make a good point. Y'all looking for some farmers? Have you seen any around here? I'm trying to make some extra credits, and
Sounds like we're looking for the same people.
Hey, Rowan.
Yeah.
I figure we found a farmer.
I don't know. She doesn't quite look like she fits in around these parts. Not enough eyeballs on her.
She leans on her sword, which is probably about twice as big as you are. Now, I'm not sure if your pet here has vision problems, but this ain't a hoe, and I ain't no farmer.
Yeah, so sorry for the miscommunication. It's great to have you here, though. Maybe we can spread out and find some farmers faster. Maybe the two of you wanna give it a go.
Maybe can go that way, and I'll just point right back where we originally came from, assuming that it's not the same way.
Yeah, I got that feeling about that direction. It looks I don't know. Looks a little bloody. It looks like based on your footprints, it's probably something you already got checked out. So I was thinking more weird balloon town over there.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Nice. 17.
23.
Also 17.
Claire, I thought you were going to say, how about us three? You split up. Us three will go this way, and you can go that way.
No, I was trying to ditch you too. All I know about you is you nearly jumped off the edge of something and then mid-battle asked me to attack you. So
It's true.
It's true. I don't think you really did much during the battle either. You kind of have a run of bad luck.
Yeah, I couldn't hit.
Oh, there it goes. 16.
16. Okay. I think everybody would notice that before you, so this structure is circular, kind of, or at least this platform that you're standing on is circular with the structure built on top of it. And there is some structure built below it as well. So you're about in the center of this structure, height-wise. And as you look around, maybe walk a little bit to the right, maybe walk a little bit to the left, and as you curve around the side of this, you realize that there are these long, dark alleyways. All of the lights seem off, or all of the lights are off. There doesn't seem to be any lighting that is visible for you right now. And so it's a long, dark hallway that just goes straight down into the center of this structure. And I think what you would notice is that as you curve around and look at the different sides, quote-unquote sides of this structure, there are other hallways that seem to go in the same direction. So you think whichever hallway you take, you're going to kind of end up in the same general location. Also, Mark has a question. This is Foundry Virtual Tabletop. I'm using a module that makes it look kind of more sci-fi. What do you do seeing this hallway that extends forward?
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I think I'm going to move this direction. Seems like everywhere is ending up there. You can follow me if you want, and we'll split this stuff 50-50. Yeah, no?
Yeah,
I
sure.
want
Go
to
right ahead.
adjust your fractions there. After all, I believe that I had to, with the help of Miss Jolly Green here, we had to blow up Cloudscape.
Yeah, I didn't say any of that, so I'm gonna just pretend you're making it up. Anyways, I'm moving that direction. I'm gonna head deeper into the facility.
Okay.
Sakar would like to sort of walk into the first few steps of that corridor and just let his eyes attune to his dark vision for a few minutes or a few seconds. I don't know how long it takes, so he can see better in the darkness on the inside there.
Sounds good.
I believe our comm units come with flashlights, or I have
Oh,
one. So
great!
I'm gonna turn on the flashlight.
Oi there! I can't see with that bloody thing up.
Well, I can't see with the bloody thing off.
Yeah, no, he's got a point. I'm sort of SOL without it too, so I think you're 2 to 1. Sorry, little bugger.
Oh, all right then. And Sakar raises up his arm, and a glowing little wisp comes out of his arm, and he can tell it to head out in front of them, sort of like a flashlight.
You know what I think would be kind of cool to share really quick? Because we do have some people in chat who are familiar with Starfinder. What are all of our classes? Tommy?
I am playing an evolutionist playtest.
Claire?
Witch warper?
Yes.
Cool. I was like, that's the class one, right?
Joran?
I'm playing a precog, which I believe is also a playtest, but it might have just come out in the newest book.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Gwen?
Playing a close combat-based Blitz soldier.
Nice. Thank you. All right. So everybody starts working their way down this hallway. It's pretty dark. Your light is able to illuminate just enough in front of you for you to be able to see, like, what appear to be, like, some industrial doors as you work your way down. Are you investigating those? It seems to be like every 60 to 200 feet, somewhere in that range, you'll see another one of those doors. Are you all investigating?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Not to... I don't want things to take too long with that. I'm just gonna be up front, like, as you open those doors, they seem empty. The rooms don't... I mean, you know, as much as you examine them, you don't really see too much of note. Either the rooms are just straight up empty and seem to be, like, storage for food products that are being made, or the rooms look to be like social gathering spaces that are just completely abandoned. There are other doors that you might assume are like residences. They seem to have little decorations on the doors. They seem to have welcome mats, stuff like that. If you're trying to like knock on those doors or try to open them, they're locked and nobody answers the door. Is there anything further you would like to do knowing all of that information?
I would like to be liberally applying the detect thoughts spell at, every juncture that's feasible.
Two
saying it like 20 times.
One, I did actually use the Wisp ally spell. So there's a wisp. I'm going to keep it about 20 feet in front of us as we're walking down the hallway. Two, could I make like a perception check for like latest date of things on the door?
Like trying to get a sense for how long these doors have been locked, how long these places have been unoccupied. That idea?
Yeah, like what's the latest date of activity?
I think
like that.
I think give me a survival check for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will be 14.
14. It's hard to tell exactly. It seems like everything's pretty barren in terms of like decorations this is very much so. To describe the doors a little bit more, they're very small doors. They don't seem to be made for like a bipedal human being, right? They're they're not vertical and like skinny long ways. They're like, or words. They're not tall vertically, and they're not made for a human body to walk through. They look to be more circular, and the doors are like they have some little decorations here and there, but it's really hard to get a sense for how long they've been unoccupied. They're metal doors as well, so it's like you would yeah.
Imagining tiny hobbit holes.
It's that's kind of what it is. Yep. And they're also lifted above the ground, so the entrance to the door is not at the floor of the walkway.
I think I'm just gonna peek my head in. Farmer? No, next room.
Cool. Joran, as Rowan casts Detect Thoughts moving forward throughout this hallway, you don't detect anything. Like, straight up just no other thoughts than those present with the individuals around you. Yeah.
Pretty quiet here. Too quiet.
I think Zene, just in case, is gonna cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, you don't seem to get any ping of any magic nearby. Yeah, it seems pretty empty, pretty devoid of activity. Are we continuing forward in general? Or just all moving forward?
I think so.
Okay.
Well, I'm already there.
And you continue walking. You actually wind up in... Let me get this scene set up for you. Oh. We don't need those. Those of you who are watching see that I'm deleting some people from the map right now. Let's get y'all into this map. So, all of you arrive, and I'm just going to give you full access to this. Everybody's going to be able to see what's going on. Should be able to see everything that's happening on this map now. I'm going to go ahead and activate it now. Are you able to see this?
Oh.
Yeah, I gotta zoom out though, but yes.
Okay.
Oh, it's pretty.
Mine is still loading.
Okay.
Stalling at 98%.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice. So you wind up in a... And the reason I'm allowing you to see this right now, just spoiler alert, is really there's... You're able to explore this as much as you would like. There doesn't seem to be anything major right now that's problematic. Wait a sec. You know what? Let's I think it'll look cooler if we do restrict the vision for this.
Well,
Vision officially restricted.
Now that you've seen it, unsee it.
Alright, let me just...
Let's get Hannah some token vision here. There you go.
Oh.
I gotta turn on the flashlight.
So, feel free to explore. Walk around a bit.
We should figure out at some point how to un-GM me.
Yeah.
I cannot see.
Are we supposed to see anything?
Okay.
Yeah, no, I just see my token.
I see my token.
I do not see my token.
And then it's like, pitch black with Vin Diesel. Like it's I can't see anything.
I see like little white names floating around, and that is.
Oh, that's
that
us
was-
exploring. That's us exploring aimlessly. Like, where's the map?
It's interesting to me that only some of you can see the others around you. Like Hannah, you can't see any other individuals, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just straight up blind. I can see myself glowing. Look gorgeous. Oh, there we are.
Oh,
Oh,
let there be light. And
I
there
just
was.
gave Zene vision.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Can you
you.
work on that for me, Tommy?
Yep.
I really appreciate that. So you all find yourself approaching somewhere that does actually appear to be like lit. There are. It's a strange little like. I don't know. Give me a perception check if you're trying to understand what this might be.
I got a 19,
Okay.
which is much better than Zene, I'm seeing.
I got a
Yeah.
27.
Okay.
Not as good as that.
I think all of you recognize that. Well, if you have a higher than a 10 total, then I think you recognize this is probably some sort of a coffee shop, maybe.
Not the
Is there any
libation
coffee
kind of
there?
coffee bowl,
Floating
but-
coffee?
What's that?
Floating coffee.
Yeah, it's like a beverage shop, and there appears to be a door behind the counter. It looks kind of like somewhere people may go to just like socialize and hang out. Like maybe this is where the farmers go on when they have a break, and there does seem to be evidence of like people just being forced to pick up and leave.
Is there makeable drink stuff at the coffee counter?
Yeah.
Can I fiddle with that?
Yeah. It's not quite coffee. It's like a highly caffeinated jelly. And so you're able to kind of play around with the you're able to play around with this weird substance, and it's kind of gelatinous, and it has a pink color to it. It's kind of like a reverse coffee machine, like the liquid's on the bottom, and it like seeps into a bowl, and rather than like a cup of coffee, you've got that bowl that you can then pick up and like drink from.
Oh, I'm gonna do it.
Do it. I mean, it tastes kind of like coffee, except it's got a strange texture to it. Yeah.
Had worse.
Yeah.
Now, see, I don't understand why you're sitting here and just trying with that stuff. They keep the good stuff in back.
I think you might be right. That's
Jordan.
the first.
Oh, give Rowan a +1 to his let's say you can choose +1 to any dexterity based skill checks or any wisdom based skill checks.
Ooh, like just one or like for a while?
Until I tell you it wears off for
Okay,
any
I'm
of
gonna
those
go
skill checks.
I'm gonna go with Dex because I'm already good at it, so why not be even better?
Sounds good. And this is only skill checks.
Okay.
+1 to initiative. You're like, I've got this.
Cool. Yeah, what are we doing?
I'm getting the good stuff in back.
Cool.
Sakar's checking out the underside of the counter.
Okay.
Might not be so bad after all, Hannah.
Really quick, before we move forward with this, actually, who had the 27 on perception? Okay, Rowan, you also notice there is a strange little, like, thing over where my mouse is. It's, like, seeping out from underneath the wall, and it looks to be a tendril of some sort.
Oh, no.
It looks kind of, like, inactive, like it's not writhing around or, like, trying to reach out at any of you. It's kind of glowing a little bit.
So, now, Hannah, before we head to the back here, maybe I misjudged you at first. I like this idea, but I can't help but feeling while I was making my coffee, or coffee sludge, as you might want to call it, that there was something off over there, and I would be, not living, not staying true to myself. If I did not have us check this out first. What about you, Jolly Green? You see anything over there? It seems like your kind of thing, kind of tenderly, very planty.
What? There's a where?
Look over there.
Look over. Huh?
It's right there.
What?
Oh, okay. Huh. I don't know. Would she roll like
life science?
I think life science is probably the most appropriate thing for this. You could also give mysticism, but
intimidate.
It shrinks into the wall.
Imagine I'm just like pointing at this houseplant instead.
Yeah, I'll do mysticism.
Sounds good.
Yeah, no, it looks like good eye that's there. It's that. Yep, that's there.
Cool.
All right, if you say so.
Under the counter, Tommy, you basically just find, like, Sakir would just find all of these plates and bowls and different things that people might use to eat or drink. Nothing really of note.
Sakir takes a plate into his inventory.
All right. Is anybody else drinking coffee?
Zene's gonna be like, so how to taste? Like, asking Rowan first.
It's an acquired taste, but the taste that I've acquired.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say pass.
Sakir's not interested.
Yeah. Zene's kind of like, okay, not worth it after that.
Win in Rome.
And I think
win in space Rome. US space Romans too.
I think as you like slurp it down, it like kind of it's really not pleasant.
One more time, how does it go?
No, I think I did it enough. It's okay. And it just feels strange going down your throat. Like, definitely not something they have on Castrovel.
Yeah, I'm gonna still keep looking for that good stuff in back because I don't know what it is, but that noise, I don't like my drinks making that noise or texture. I don't know about you.
Are we moving through the door?
Zene's down.
Okay.
Yeah, I think based on Zenny's advice, I'm just going to ignore the tendril.
Rayleigh hops over.
Is there anything in this room? Like any like storage? Any?
No, it's like pretty empty. It looks like maybe at some point they okay, so there are shelves on the far wall, the long wall at the very top, but those shelves don't really seem to have anything on them. Like maybe a couple empty boxes, but it's probably like a storeroom usually, but it also leads to another door in the back.
So I wasn't necessarily wrong because there's a backpack, and that's how you know the real good stuff if it's in the backpack of the back, you know?
Really,
I'll trust you on this one. I'm feeling a little peppy in my steppy.
Is that something that's normal?
No,
Is that-
I don't think so, but does it make it wrong?
I don't know. If it's the thing that you just drank, maybe. I'm not willing to reckon to try it myself. I'm gonna keep trying over for the door.
Okay. Yeah, and you open up the door, and there's what seems to be a backyard area. I don't know how to describe it. It's a larger
There's
Anything
storeroom.
good in there?
sky.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to remove your character. What did you say, Sakar?
Anything good in there?
Not much
Huh?
of anything.
There's an even bigger door. And it seems-
Guess I'll walk in.
Moving forward again. You wind up in this back storeroom. Everybody give me a perception check.
I'm pretty good at that, and I don't know why.
Ooh,
Oh, hell yeah. Not 20, so 24.
very cool.
It's a
10.
19.
10, 19, 24, 10, 19.
What's the roll function? It's in the chat.
It's the same as roll 20. With the slash and then
Slash
roll.
roll. I just been rolling on my score.
Ren, are you doing okay? I just don't feel like dice like you today.
I'm starting to feel that there was a moment there where it almost looked like it was going to go 1 again, and I was like, no, there's no way.
Now, mine teetered on 2 and 20, and it decided to go positive, so I think I stole that from you.
Well, next time, I'm just saying I could use a win.
Okay.
I'm happy for you, but I could use a win.
Let's see. Everybody, as you enter, you hear a screeching sound.
Like a fun screeching sound?
Probably not so much.
Oh!
You know what? I think you may have been right. The good stuff was up front. Maybe we shouldn't be back here.
Can you all give me a, what's it called?
Initiative?
Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
Oh! It got a lot bigger.
It did get a lot bigger. Now, what you see as you enter are what appear to be these same plants that were afloat outside. And they have changed into something... some weird amalgamation of these plants and like air bladders, and there seems to be like some sort of magic surrounding them, and they're covered in this blue glow, which is the same blue glow that you are seeing around the entire back storeroom with all of these strange little spore-like things. So I think you would notice that whatever, well, anybody feel free to give me a life science check or a mysticism check as we start off this initiative.
I'll give you mysticism.
Um,
Oh, there's sound when the dice hit the table. It goes bonk.
You wanted life science or mysticism?
Life science or mysticism, yeah.
Okay. I was busy giving them blue glows.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so cool. Thank you.
I do like that. I'm not
I got
trying
an
to-
18 out of this deal, by the way.
Okay.
24.
Okay. First off, Zene, what was your initiative?
6.
Sakar?
My initiative is 23.
Okay. Hannah?
26. It's hard to mess that up when you have plus 10 initiative.
Saw that.
Rayleigh's at 7. And
Good job,
Rowan?
Rayleigh.
Rowan is also at 7. I definitely should use the paradox. Going last.
I
Or
think,
second to last.
Yeah, you're going to be second to last. Going to give you an 8. Just so that you're ahead of Rayleigh.
Oh, well, we're both ahead of Zenny, because Zenny got a 6.
It's true. Well... Let's see... Okay, begin combat. Alright, so as we begin, the first thing that you all get an opportunity to do is try and figure out what these things might be, what's happening here. So at the beginning of your turn, Hannah, did you roll a successful life science or mysticism check?
I'm not trained with either of them, and I'm pretty sure I can't even ponder at that point.
Okay, so as you enter the room and you kind of look around the corner a bit, these things screech out at you. And there are these large plant-like creatures with a blue glow. They kind of look like the plants outside. And they are looking aggressive toward you and your group. What do you do?
Well, I figure something needs to pop here. What's the action economy here? Is it movement?
Yeah, so 1 move action, 1 standard action, or double move, or full action. And then there are also free actions and reactions and stuff like that. But typically it's move attack or attack move, or move, or full attack.
Well, apparently I can substitute a bull rush for the melee attack at the end of a charge.
Yes.
So I'm gonna charge this one here with my 40 feet of movement speed.
Sounds good.
And I gotta make 2 attacks instead of 1 at the end of my charge, both with a -4 penalty.
All right.
So I'm gonna be making 2 attacks at +5. And since I have not quite fixed my character sheet,
2 attacks.
so I got a 17 for the first attack, and a 23 for the second.
Can you say this again, please?
17 and a 23.
17 and a 23.
Do you not take the -4 from a full attack?
That was, I rolled an 18 and I rolled a 12.
Plus 5, -4.
No, I have a +9 hit.
Oh,
Right, but also including the -4 and then the +5 extra, right? Cool.
I would feel for one thing only.
17, is this against KAC or EAC?
This is gonna be analog, so it's gonna be KAC.
Okay, the first attack is a miss. The second attack at a 23, you said?
Yep.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright, got 11 damage, rolled a 1.
Nice. 11 damage. Noted. And that is your turn. Next up. That is your full turn, right?
Yes.
All right. Next, we go to Sakar.
okay. First thing that happens is Sakir gets 1 evolution point because it's his first turn of battle. Then he's going to he's gonna close his eyes and like shake a little bit like this, and these heat-seeking spikes are gonna pop out of his back and start flying toward this creature.
Super cool.
Oh, you said he wasn't rabbit.
So we'll see if I can roll anything worth anything today. Oh, it was almost a 19. That's a 7.
Oh no. Alright. Well. That is a miss.
Yeah.
Your heat-seeking spikes seek the wall. Sorry. Anything else that you'd like to do?
Nope.
Alright. Next up is this plant at the far right of the map. First thing that happens. It's going to go ahead and move 5, 10. Okay, that's 20 there. 25 up to Rayleigh. And it's then going to go ahead and let out its paralyzing scent. It exudes a sweet odor to a radius of 15 feet. Any living creature with a sense of smell that enters or starts its turn in this area of effect must succeed a fortitude save or be paralyzed for 1 round. Once a creature successfully saves against this effect, it is immune to the same paralyzing scent for 24 hours. This is an inhaled poison effect. So, those of you within... Oh, well, looks like it is just Rayleigh. Okay. I didn't plan as well as I should have there. But, cool.
Is it when you start your turn there?
What's that?
Is it when you start your turn there that the problem happens?
Let's see.
Enters
No.
or starts.
No, I need to give a fortitude save now. Alright.
Oh, because I was going to try to pull Rayleigh out of the way, but I don't think that's going to work.
Thank you. Oh god, critical fail. So Rayleigh is paralyzed for 1 round.
Is that not 15 feet diagonal to whoever's in blue?
Yeah, it's not. It's I did it from the center of the Racinea, or do I do it from the external of the
You do it from the outside because it's not a restriction that it's big.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks, Tommy. I appreciate that. Alright, so then it's gonna be...
I don't think Rowan will.
It looks like it's just gonna be Rowan and Rayleigh. Rowan, can you give me that
This is
fortitude save as
a
well?
fortitude saving throw.
It is, yes.
And I think I'm gonna use my 20 on this so that I don't take it, and it's also my character's ability that I get another free paradox the first time I use one for a fortitude saving throw in a day.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll another d20 for that. If you see a dice rolling, it's not for this roll. I'm getting a 20 for this roll. I just need to know what's replacing it.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's not that bad.
What was it?
I just use it for damage.
He replaces 20 with an 11.
Okay.
A new one is an 11. So I have a 6, an 11, and a 20, if that makes you feel any type of way.
Alright. So, we are now at Rowan.
Oh. Well, this plant just did me kind of dirty. So... so the deal with this cloud, how do I not take this damage again?
You succeeded at the fortitude save, correct?
Yeah.
So you are immune for it for 24 hours.
Oh, cool. Okay. So I can get close. I'm gonna get about this close then. That's fine. And I'm gonna cast. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me look at I got a new spell. Let me look at the range on it before I don't use it correctly. We're looking at 35 feet, which I want to get that far guy. So that would be a yes. I'm within 35 feet. So I'm going to cast a spell called Time Loop. And so I immerse a creature in a time loop of my creation. The target sees and reacts to events that no longer coincide with the current timeline, becoming confused for 1 round and entangled for that duration. If the target succeeds at a will saving throw, they get to ignore the time loop and instead are off target for a turn. So it's a 16 DC saving throw.
All right, which one is this?
I want to do the far plant because that's the one that didn't just take a turn, right?
Yes.
Yep, that's what I want to do.
All right. Will saving throw.
Low roll.
Let's do the time warp again.
13. That looks like a fail. Is that a fail?
Yeah, it's a fail. So you're entangled for a turn.
Noted. All right. Oh, this one.
Confused for 1 round and entangled for the duration. Assuming that those are different effects. Confused and entangled.
Good stuff. Rayleigh is paralyzed. I need to note that. Okay. We now end up at Rayleigh, who can't do anything because she's paralyzed. And now we go to Zene.
Yeah, okay, so I'm a little bit confused
Mm-hmm.
because I have a second level spell called Venomous Weapon, but when I try to use it, it says I don't have a spell slot for it. But I should have 2 level 2 spell slots.
Okay. I am good with you using it if, go for it.
Okay, cool. Then, yeah, so Zene is going to pull out her
Holy shit, that's so good.
sword cane and cast Venomous Weapon on it.
Very cool. This is your sword cane, you said?
Yeah.
Very nice. Is that your full turn?
Yes.
Okay. You said... Alright, let's see. I want to look at distances here. Nope. Alright, we're good. The next step will be the second plant creature, which is
Not Zenny?
next to Hannah. Alright. This creature is currently entangled and confused. I believe I have to roll on a confusion table.
Yep.
All right. What was it? What was it?
Attacks the nearest creature.
Okay.
Lovely.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna do a full round attack on Hannah.
Okay, you have a -2 to that attack.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
Oh, why is that not doing that? Okay. -2, and then -4 for a total of -6. That's a 22 to hit, Hannah, against your KAC.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Okay. You will take 14 points of piercing damage as this thing bites into you. One of its, like, planty appendages has a mouth on the end, kind of like a Venus flytrap, except much more beefy, and it, like, reaches out and then chomps onto you. Deals 14 piercing damage. It is going to attempt to do the same thing again.
No, I don't appreciate this at all. That goes to stamina first, yeah?
Stamina first, yeah.
Oh.
Next one's a 24 to hit, even with the -6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that is a, again, 14 piercing damage.
Well, in one round, it completely took out my stamina. I had 28 exactly, and
Okay.
decided no.
Mark, everybody is level 4 at the moment. So this is a challenging fight for sure, but it is, hopefully balanced. We'll see.
Ready to die.
Next up, we start round 2 with Hannah Liar.
Okay, I did not appreciate any of this. Let me see. I am going to. If I remember correctly, I can replace a movement with. I think I'm doing this wrong. There's a soldier thing, but you get those every 4 levels.
Soldier, what are you mentioning? Or what thing is it specifically?
It's part of the Blitz.
Oh.
Okay, I think it's a primary style technique, so it's not actually going to be available.
Okay.
I guess I'm just going to do a full attack.
Okay.
And not much else you can do in a situation like this. So that is going to be a d20 plus 9 minus 4.
Beautiful. Let's make it happen. You got this, Hannah.
Do I?
What's the total?
13. I got a total of 9 on my first one and a 13 on the other. I think I'm a bit wrapped, honestly.
Okay, so neither of those hit. I'm sorry to say. Tommy, we're now up to Sakar.
All right. I did some math, and Sakar's gonna full round attack because that's the better option in this case. So he's gonna do the same thing again. He's gonna shoot this time 2 sets of needles out of his back, and they go flying. They're gonna go flying into the bottom left enemy.
Okay.
And we will see how it goes. First attack is going to be a miss. And the second, 16 to EAC.
16 to EAC. That is a hit.
Yeah. Okay. These are lightning spikes, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, very cool.
I haven't find out what I gotta roll here. I think it's just a d6. Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 9 damage.
9 damage.
9 electrical damage.
Okay. Next up is the Brassinea next to Rowan and Rayleigh. And for those of you who know what a Brassinea is, those of you who are familiar with Starfinder, I took the stat sheet of a monster on Castrovel and applied it to the plants up here. in Liavara. Okay. So the Vrasanea creature thing will reach out and attempt to bite once at Rayleigh and once at Rowan. Full attack. Let's do it. First one is, what was that? 14 to hit against Rayleigh is a miss. Second one, yeah. Second one against Rowan. That looks like a hit to me. That's 24 against your KAC. Rowan, I'm assuming that's a hit?
He mute.
Yep, it's a hit, sorry.
Okay. Damage. It's gonna be 13 piercing damage.
Alright, so I have a class feature called Safeguard.
Okay.
It's a temporal anomaly, so I can protect myself from harm and use one of my paradox to reduce the damage by an amount equal to the number up to a maximum of 5. So I'm going to take 5 less damage from that
Cool.
as a reaction and use up my 6 dice that I don't want.
Very cool.
So I guess I only take 6. What, the number was 11?
Number is 13.
Number's 13. Okay, so 8.
Okay. And is that your full? Oh, next up is it is your turn.
Now, time for some revenge. So I think it's time to go on the offense because whatever I did last time was not that helpful.
Okay.
We're gonna cast. We're gonna cast Death's Door on it.
Okay.
As a second level spell.
Okay.
So it's again going to be a 16 saving throw.
Okay. As you begin to cast it, you realize that you are just within the reach of this creature, and as you begin casting your spell,
dang it!
the creature does reach out again with another bite attack.
That's fine.
Love me some player mistakes.
Still gonna be a miss, I would imagine. Maybe. It's a 17 against KAC.
My KAC is somewhere on the screen, and I don't know where.
Could be a hit.
Might be. Yeah, it is a hit, actually. Oh, wait, no. This is a level 4 sheet. You're level 3.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I cannot find my KAC.
No worries.
Do you know where it is on these sheets?
Should be
It's
top
pretty
right of the
blocked,
basic
I think.
attributes page. But yours is a CR3 character, and we are level 4 right now.
Yeah, so it should just be. Sorry, I think. I don't know why I'm so confused by this right now.
I think...
Oh, there it is. It's
Go ahead.
17.
17? Okay, so it still is a hit. And you will go ahead and take a total of 11 piercing damage as this bites out at you when you cast your spell. Now go ahead and cast your spell.
Not great for me. Okay, well, so it's a 16 saving throw for you.
Got it. Is that will?
What stat?
Fortitude.
Fortitude.
No.
That's a 25 fortitude. Sorry.
Okay, so it's going to be half this damage then?
Okay,
That's what you're
that's still
telling me?
good. Yeah.
But it's good because you're not going to get the 2 strength and 2 dexterity damage.
Okay.
But it'll still be D10 damage, which I'm going to go ahead and replace one of those D10s with a paradox to get the full 10.
Cool.
So I'll just roll 1d10, so it'll be 10 plus whatever this is.
That's such a cool ability.
I'm almost out of them, but that's like the class ability 6. So I didn't get that ability until just now when we leveled up.
Cool.
So 16 and a half is 8.
Okay.
It's the one that makes you closer to the end of your life cycle for a bit.
Nice.
Old plants.
Okay. Next up is Rayleigh, who is now able to act. This I would believe would be her second. No, this is her first time being able to attune to the electrical mode. And so, hey, Daily Brew, what's going on? She is going to attune to the electrical mode, and then I think she'll just go ahead and start attacking. Now that she can, she's going to do a full attack against this plant at a -4 to each with her electron blades. So she puts her hand up in the sky, and there's this electrical mote zipping around up above her head. She grabs it and she pulls it down, and it forms into this like electric blue knife that she then slashes out at this plant. Full attack at a -4. First one is a 14 against KAC. That's a miss. The second one, full attack, a 7 against KAC. So she misses on both of them. But she is now attuned, or beginning to attune, to the electrical mode. Next up, we go to Zene. What are you doing?
Unmuting.
Zene is moving in towards the one in the bottom corner. And yeah, just gonna try and attack with that
Whap whap.
spell blade. Okay.
No!
Oh, no. Claire, I'm so sorry. Are you doing a full attack? Would you like to do a full attack?
She moved.
I moved.
Oh, yeah, you can't. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Claire. Gosh, the dice really are not in your favor right now. Okay.
Well,
Seeing you trying to attack this plant, then attempts a full attack on you. I'm sorry. Alright. That's a total of 19 against your KAC.
yeah, that's a hit.
Okay, the second one is a total of
Oh my god.
24 against your KAC. I'm so sorry.
Are you though?
A little bit. I mean, yeah. Okay. Max damage for the first bite. 15 piercing. And then the second attack is max damage again for... So you take 30 piercing damage.
Well, it's nice knowing you guys. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, Hannah, as this plant woman steps up next to you and begins attacking, you see
He gets eviscerated.
that these vines with like fly traps on the end of them just chomp onto her, and she is just pierced to shreds from these bite attacks. And I think that's kind of what you see as you... Yeah, go ahead.
The only one who gets to bite pretty green ladies is me.
Oh
Only
my
with permission. I'm gonna move over to flank. And I'm gonna make a
canonically,
normal-
canonically, Hannah is a huge flirt in Tales of the Witch Boy as well. Okay, go ahead.
So I'm gonna make a normal attack. It seems like these ones are a little tougher than the rest. Normally +9, no -4 because I'm just making the 1 because I moved, and then +2 for flanking. And I only got a 14.
Okay, that is a miss. Cool. We're doing great.
We're doing.
We're doing. Next up is Sakar.
Okay, Sakar gets his 3rd evolution point, and then he's going to start shaking violently, like way more than he was before, and his
He's having
tail
a seizure.
is going to vibrate and split into 2 tails. And now he has 2 tails going on.
Okay.
He just used a let me figure out. He just used a resolve point to give himself an extra evolution point by augmenting his form and adapting readily.
Okay.
He's now at 4 EP, which raises his AC by 1. And next round, he'll get 2 extra damage every turn. So he's getting there.
Cool.
And then he's going to, do a full attack again, I think.
Which one? Bottom left, top right.
A bottom left, because that's where people are hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. First attack is a 17 to EAC.
That is a hit.
Second attack is not a hit.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage for that first attack.
It will be another max damage, 9 electrical damage.
Okay. As your spikes, right?
Mhm.
As your spikes seek out their target and strike this creature, you see everybody notices that the plant keeps its form, but it slumps to the ground, and the blue glow disappears and seems to retreat into the blue tendrils in the ground, and the creature no longer seems to be aggressive or even able to move. And it also no longer seems to be a threat. Just for the sake of being clear, I'm gonna mark this as dead. But it's still there, and it's still together. It just doesn't seem capable of moving and attacking anymore.
Cool.
Nice. Next up is the plant next to Rowan and Rayleigh.
Jordan's face.
I think it's going to go ahead and do another full attack. Once on Rowan.
Nice try.
Yeah, that's definitely a miss. Second on Rayleigh. 17, that is a hit. Rayleigh's going to take some damage. Wait, is that a hit? I don't know if that is a hit.
Is it attackers or defenders in Starfinder?
Beat it to beat it. It's attackers.
It is a hit.
win.
Yeah. Okay, Rayleigh's going to take 13 piercing damage. Oh, wait. Oh, I'll mark it there. Okay. Next up
It's me.
is Rowan.
Yeah. All right, so things are not looking too hot here. I'm in range of it, but not like, am I in range enough that I can't back out of this position?
You can take a 5-foot step, and then you can
Okay.
shoot without worried about that tendril biting you.
Okay, so I can take a 5-foot step and then cast a spell. Cool.
Yes.
So I'm gonna take a 5-foot step. We're gonna cast the same spell I just did, Death Door. We're gonna try it a second time, because why not? Again, as a second level spell, so that'd be all my second level spell slots.
Okay.
Sad. So it's a DC 16 saving throw.
Okay.
Fail.
Fortitude, right?
Fortitude, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That's a total of a 19. So
All
it
right,
passes.
so it's still gonna take half of 2d10. It's gonna take 4 damage.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Okay. Rayleigh begins or continues to attune to the electrical mode, and she'll take another full attack against this creature with her electron blade. Ooh. 18 against KAC, that is a hit. And then her second attack is a miss. For her first attack, she's going to deal out 8 slashing damage to this creature. And we then move to Sene. I think you are muted.
Okay, so Zene is going to move over towards the other side, since, not much
Okay.
happening over here anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so she should be able to move that far. And she is going to cast. Oh shoot. Yeah, so she's gonna cast Hazard.
Okay.
Oh wait, shoot. What is the area for this?
And you can center it on any square.
Okay, 5 feet sphere. That's not too bad. Yeah, so she's just gonna center it on, like, the middle of this creature. So I believe you get a saving throw. Is that what it means? It's a save DC 14 reflex?
Yes.
Cool, that's what I thought.
All right. Reflex saving throw is gonna be, a 9 total. That is-
Awesome.
yeah, that's a fail.
Lovely. Okay, so that will be 3 damage.
Got it. Thank you. As you deal this damage, you see the glowing blue, or the blue glowing stuff all over this plant start to, like, almost recede and then, like, stays there. And is that your full turn?
Yes.
Next up is... That one is dead. Next up is Hannah.
All right. As a fighter, I can switch weapons while moving.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, I guess, sidle on over 30 feet while pulling out my Sub-Zero Ice Carbine,
Very cool.
and I'm gonna take a couple shots.
Go ahead. I believe, unless I'm mistaken, you can only take one shot.
That is correct.
Okay.
All right, so it's gonna be D20 plus 6. $20.
20. That is a hit. Go ahead
Alright,
and
so-
roll your damage.
That is 8 plus 4. And I'm just gonna say it, you know, like a responsible adult. Alright. Oh, max damage 12, and that is cold and piercing.
Awesome. All right. What is the total? 12?
12 damage.
Okay. And as you strike this creature with your weapon, the blue glow recedes back into the sides of the room, and this plant falls in a slump on the ground. What do you all do?
Well, are we still in combat?
You are not in combat anymore.
Okay, then Zene turns to Hannah and goes, "Please never bite me."
Scouts on it. No, it's my bad. Now that we put these things on ice, anybody reckon what the blue stuff is? Seems like they got all docile afterwards.
Give me a mysticism check. Anybody.
Anybody synonymous with everybody? Because I'm gonna do it unless you tell me no.
What a
Holy cow,
29.
Zene.
Oh, I'm not gonna bother then.
Wow.
I can't even
Zene.
get that high.
Yeah, so Hannah... Oh no, Hannah didn't roll the mysticism. Tommy for Sakar. Sakar, words, names. Sakar, you notice that there does seem to be some sort of mystic energy or like life form energy nearby. It's hard to tell. This feels sentient in some way, but not like other sentient life. And Zene, with your 29, you notice that the blue creature, or the blue tendrils and weird little like pods along the walls, they seem to be full of thought. It's not like thought you recognize, but they seem to be cognizant that you are in the room, and I think you would get a good understanding for the fact that these plants were probably altered and controlled by these blue tendrils, whatever they are made of. Major Expanse vibes, if anybody has seen The Expanse.
I mean, I share that with the group.
Okay.
Rowan, I do believe I need to offer an apology. The good stuff was not, in fact, in back.
No, I still like the attitude. In the next back room we come across, I'll be sure to check out with you.
Fantastic. Thank you. That's all I'll really ask for. And also, these don't look like farmers unless you think these thought bubbles are farmers. These thought bubbles aren't farmers, are they?
You know, I mean, I suppose that anything could be a farmer in a certain light, but I don't believe these are the farmers we're looking for, no.
Well, do we get to burn this place to the ground, or are we not paid enough for that?
When you say that, the blue lights, the blue glow, seems to go dark near all of the... It goes dark in most of the location where they are, like... And there's like a little lane that becomes illuminated, kind of like an airplane walk guiding light on the floor, like the floor lights illuminate or whatever.
The event of a water landing.
And they start blinking back out the way that you came. There seems to be like a blue glow that is creating a lane on the ground.
Well, I mean, given there's only one exit to this room, I don't suppose we would have to say that we're following this light to follow this light.
Do you mind if I just sort of catch my breath for a good 10 minutes or so? It's been a long day. And I'd like to spend a resolve point out of character to get back all 0 of my stamina.
Yeah, this is probably a good time to gain stamina points back if you need them. Take a 10-minute rest, and you can gain back all of your stamina points as long as you spend 1 resolve point.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Your 10-minute rest is comprised of listening to Sakar talk about how cool it was that he hit things with his missiles and his spines that he was shooting off and the whole battle, and you just obviously you were just in it, but you get to hear it again.
Cool. And after this 10 minutes passes, are we choosing to follow this blue glow?
Question is Sakar's tail still in 2 pieces?
Yes.
Or is it back in 1 piece?
It's in 2 pieces.
Does that hurt?
He says, what you talking about?
You know, that.
Oh, when did that happen? Guess I got 2 of them now.
You let your chihuahua's rabid. Are you going to do the honors, or am I going to have to put them down?
You know, I think
Okay,
I
well,
think
why
Miss
don't-
Hannah.
Why don't all of us and all of our tails just head out before we burn anything or put anyone down?
I'm a little confused. What are we putting down? I didn't remember picking anything up.
Nothing.
Sludge.
Nothing.
Just the
that's,
sludge,
that's,
Sakar.
If that thing bites me, I'm holding y'all responsible, though. Financially.
Sounds good. Shall we? And then I
Yeah.
start heading towards the door.
You are able to follow this blue glow, and it takes you to let's get you on this map. And I'm just going to give you full vision over this one.
Is that a toilet? That's in my full vision?
Took us to the toilet.
So you arrive at what seems to be a train station. This is a large structure. And
There's trains and...
it seems that, like, this is a station that would take, or this is a train that would take you throughout different parts of the structure. And the blue glow does lead you if you follow it down the escalators, over toward the train, and into the train. Are we continuing to follow?
Well, I mean, I am. I ain't got no other leads, and I need this payday. I'm running out of gas.
Is there more information here about, like, maybe a day or a time period?
Give me a survival check.
I would love to. I mean, I am analyzing my 2 new tails.
Noted. I'm assuming we can move forward with this blue glow. Is there anything else anybody wanted to do in this area?
I want to make sure I have at least 2 bodies between me and the Chihuahua.
Okay. Noted.
I'd like to explore the vending machine for more sludge.
Yeah. If you put in some credits, like 2 credits, you can purchase pretty much anything in there that you would like. You see, like, snacks of different types. A lot of them seem to be, like, gelatinous. Some of them seem to be, like, plant-based. And they have, like, funky names like gel cubes and they're probably in a different language as well that maybe you wouldn't recognize.
Oh, because they're snail people, right? That's who live here.
They are. Yeah, you do.
Right. I'm like, they don't have teeth. Why is everything so gelatinous?
And there do seem to be like noodly types of snacks that you can pull from, and like slurp down. I think is probably how these people would normally eat them. Yeah, that's about what you find. It's all like non-perishable stuff that would be able to stay there for a while and be okay.
I think I'm gonna order some nudes and hit the road.
Cool.
The slurp down.
Yeah, they taste a lot like they taste a little bit like ramen noodles, I guess. Except they're kind of a little bit more salty and like they are.
The snails like the salt?
It's weird, right? Yeah. And they are probably pretty tasty, just like a weird gel noodle. You work your way into the train and it begins to move forward throughout this tunnel system of this subway train thing. It's very fast moving, and it also seems to spiral upwards. So rather than like go straight up like an elevator might, this is a train that has like stops along the way, but it spirals upwards so that, you know, the further it goes, the higher up in the station you get. And eventually the door opens and there is more blue sludge on the ground that is beckoning you forward.
When we were in the train, was the blue sludge like kicking it with us?
There's a little bit on the walls, but it wasn't like actively moving or anything.
Okay, so I think during that ride, at some point, just out of caution, Zene kind of like looks at it and then just goes, "We're not actually going to burn you."
You hear one word in your head. Amenable.
Did you just talk to me?
In the affirmative.
Okay, where are we going?
Forward.
She's lost it.
Where are you leading us?
Protection.
Are the others there?
Define.
The farmers, the
she's-
people that used to live here.
The controllers.
Yes, are they where you're leading us as well?
In the affirmative.
Okay. What are you protecting us from exactly?
No.
No, you're not protecting us?
In the affirmative.
The place you're leading us, that's a place of protection?
In the affirmative.
Why do we need to go to a place of protection?
No.
Do we need protection from something?
Unclear.
Girl,
So
you're this
you-
magic 8-ball. I don't know.
Okay, so I think at this point, I kind of turn to the group and I'm like, the glow is talking to me.
You sure about that?
Telepathically, yes, I am sure. It says it's leading us
You-
to protection and that the farmers are there, but it's not clear if we need protecting from something. I don't know if this glow is why things are disappearing or helping us.
You did get hit pretty hard back there.
I'm fine, thank you.
I mean, are you fine? Because I know a little bit of medicine, and if you need some help, like, just reach out and ask. You don't have to
If
shoulder
I
all.
accept your medicine, will you believe me?
I mean, yeah, if you just tell me straight up honestly, like, hey, this weird shit's happening.
This weird shit is happening.
Oh, shit. Well, that's all you had to say.
Okay, well, do we still want to keep going?
When you say
My
that,
biggest
I
concern
mean, we're on a
is
train.
when-
I don't know we can stop it.
when you say that, the train does stop. And
Oh, look at that.
You hear another voice in your head. Only option forward. Protection.
Do you control the train?
If desired.
Are there no other stops?
In the affirmative.
What about backwards?
No.
Well, never mind. This part to the group. Well, never mind. It seems we've lost an option of turning back. So
In the affirmative.
Question about the tracks that take us here. Are they just are
There
they on something? Could we walk them back?
so the tracks, I mean, yeah, you could if you'd like.
Well, I mean, if you want to go back, you can go back. She says, the slime says, farmers. I'm going to go get the farmers.
I'm inclined to go forward. My biggest concern is, are we just going to disappear too?
I've never disappeared before, and I've never plan on doing so. So
Have you
I've
ever
disappeared
been
a
to
few
a place
times.
where people are disappearing?
If amenable to protection, no.
Sakara
Okay.
is interested in. Are there like windows?
In the train? Yeah.
Yeah. Are they all intact?
Yeah.
Okay, Sakara's gonna walk up to Rowan, because Rowan helped him out earlier when he was falling off the bridge. Don't know how that happened. He's gonna say, I'm pretty good at climbing. I figure if we can get me out a window, I could get on top.
On top of the train?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe a different vantage view would maybe be helpful or something.
Well, why not? The door's open though. I don't think we need to go out the window.
Oh, didn't think of that.
And just like lift you up to the to the top of the door frame.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a climbing speed of 20, like in a natural climbing speed of 20.
Yeah, I'd say you're able to successfully make your way up to the top of the train. It's pretty dark. The lights don't seem to be on.
So we're inside?
You're inside a tunnel.
Oh, somehow I thought we were outside.
Okay. Yeah, you are inside of a tunnel, and the tunnel does seem to have, like, computer screens around the walls of the tunnel. So you would think that as people are, like, going through on the train, normally those computer screens are lit up and showing different advertisements and different, like, things that they need to know. It's an entertainment type thing, maybe. But there are screens that cover the tunnel.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think Kara's just gonna hang out up here, like playing like Flattened Lizard.
Okay. Yeah. Are we continuing forward?
I don't know why he's deciding to be a part of the thing. I think it's the rabies, but it's not really getting us any closer to our goal.
Okay, so Zene kind of shouts, "You trying to stay up there for the rest of this ride?"
It's pretty comfy.
Well, your choice. So, sounds like we don't have a lot of options.
In the affirmative.
Anyone against moving forward? Okay, start train.
Amenable. And it moves forward. As it travels down this tunnel, you, after a little while of moving forward, you feel it slow down. And the door opens, and again there is a blue pathway leading forward. I'm assuming yes, we are following?
I hop off the roof and say, guess that wasn't necessary.
You have fun, little guy?
Oh, it was blast.
And you all end up...
Did you know there were TV screens back there?
Anything good on?
Not that I remember. They were mostly blank. It was dark.
Shame.
You watch a lot of TV.
Nah, not really.
I mostly watch cartoons.
Somehow I already knew the answer to this question.
You arrive in much the same as where you were before. Go ahead and try moving your character around a little bit.
Is anyone else in complete darkness?
I gotcha. Give me a couple seconds here.
Thank you.
Advanced darkness.
Thank you.
Advanced. Same general location. It's another one of these coffee shops. And as you enter, the blue lights bring you in. They bring you toward the same door that you found in the back. And in general, you are able to notice pretty much the same that you would have noticed before. Except there's more blue glow here. Leads you through the door.
I think at this point,
Wait.
Danae,
Is it like identical, and that little wriggly thing is still here from the other one?
Yes.
I don't know. I think Sakara's a little
So
freaked out.
I went to the coffee station. Is this the same? It's the same mess that I've left behind
No.
there. Okay.
Also at this point, I think Zene takes out her sword cane. It's a little too familiar.
Okay. As you enter the room, you see a number of Barathu individuals. Anybody feel free to give me a life science check. Or I believe mysticism would also work.
As someone who has neither, can I just ask, are you farmers?
They kind of perk up and float in the air as you all enter the room. And one of them responds to you. Affirmative. Yes, farmers we are. And another one steps forward and tries to move past the blue, and the blue tendrils reach out and pull it back. Yes, please, help us escape and leave. And then another one steps forward. We are stuck here because of the bacteria. Another one tries to step forward. The bacteria is holding us hostage. Please assist. We must go home. We must be able to visit our families. Another one steps forward. Please help us. We require your assistance. Another one steps forward. I need your help. My home is not here. This is only a temporary solution for where I live. This is only temporary for where I live during the work season. Another one. Please help us escape from this bacteria.
I have an item I would like to pull out and use.
Okay.
It's called an Adablossom, and
Okay.
it fills a 20-foot radius spread with a sense of ease.
Oh, I like that. Where are you going to put that?
Well, I guess maybe centered as close as possible around this massive things that seem to need some ease.
Yeah.
Ease needing things.
Would right there be good? Where the purple is?
Yes, we'll accept it.
Okay.
It's supposed to basically, like, in theory, it has like an offensive kind of use to it, but it also doesn't necessarily have to be used that way.
Yeah, I like it. And they lower to the ground a little bit. They're still floating, but they say, relaxed. Yes, thank you. Please help us escape. The room's a lot quieter now.
What happened here? How did this bacteria get here?
We do not know. What we farm has come to life.
So this bacteria is the plants?
No, we use the plants to harvest the bacteria.
I see.
The bacteria that we harvest and turn into food has held us captive.
I attempt to talk to the bacteria again
Mm-hmm.
and say, like, why are you holding these people captive?
Protection. Protection for ours.
So you're trying to protect yourself?
In the affirmative. Infancy. New.
New life that I can't imagine wants to be harvested.
In the affirmative.
So I relay this to the farmers and say, this bacteria is scared. It doesn't want to let you go because it doesn't want to die.
All of the blue begins to glow in the room, as if to blink in the affirmative.
Is there any bacteria that is not sentient left, or did you all come to life? Or come to sentience?
We are one.
Okay, well, seems like we're in a pickle.
They must have mutated so rapidly.
We found farmers. All I'm here to do is get the farmers back. I don't see any pickles.
Right, okay, ignore the pickles.
We're in a pickle.
Just forget the pickles. We're done. Okay. Bacteria, do you have a name?
Harvested is all we know.
So, can I call you Harvested?
Amenable.
Harvested. There were others that came here in search of the farmers. Do you have them trapped as well?
In the affirmative. Trapped for protection.
Right. Why did you trap them if they're not farming you?
Unclear who farms. Unclear who is controller.
I see. Well, seems like the only two paths here are fight a new life form that has done nothing wrong, or leave these farmers, or I guess maybe have them promise to never eat again.
Welcome to 10% of Star Trek episodes.
One of the Barathu steps forward, or attempts to, and is pulled back a little bit by these tendrils. We can begin agreements to discuss. We can begin discussions to find agreements as to how best to move forward in this situation without harming anyone. But it is difficult to believe this bacteria that we harvest truly shows signs of life. How can we be sure? This is our livelihood.
Is it not talking to you?
Is speech always a clear sign that something is alive? Is it not a sound that the creature makes? It is not always coherent in its speech. Is it not simply copying the words that we speak?
Even if it's copying words, it seems to be using them to create their own ideas, and clearly is defensive.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Roll a 3 on the idiocracy scale.
Oh, good.
24.
24. I can understand how it might be interpreted as such. Further investigation must be completed. And it turns its body toward the blue tendril that's holding it down. It is nice to make your acquaintance. And the blue tendril responds, amenable. What else would we like to do? The blue tendrils are not letting go.
I have a question. I have a share memory spell.
Okay.
Could I have the bacteria share memory with the I can't remember what the people who live here are called, but the snail people.
Read me the spell, but I am inclined
You
to
allow
say
the target
yes.
to share a memory with you and up to 5 other creatures, all of whom must be willing and within 30 feet of the target when you cast a spell.
Make
You
your
designate
case.
which memories the target shares when you cast the spell, although the target can guide you to this designation.
Yeah. Absolutely make your case. I do want to ask that one of our player characters, at least, is part of this so that I can share from their perspective what they see.
That's so
Sure.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them has to be me because I'm involved in up to 5 others. So maybe Zenny, because Zenny's clearly the diplomatist here, and 3 of the most official looking snails that I can find.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to encourage the I guess the bacteria to share their what would be a good kind of memory to share, like their fear of their protect, like why they want to be protected, the fear of the situation for them.
Absolutely. So you cast your spell. What does it look like?
Well, I think I have to touch it, so I'm going to touch the bacteria, the glow.
Okay.
Maybe I'll touch my hand like double my other hand, and then we'll all kind of roll back our eyes and close them for a minute. And
Okay.
Everyone else will think this is very strange, or what, we're having some kind of weird mutual hallucination.
Sounds good. Everybody who is part of this sees. Yeah, first thing, I think you feel a sense of anxiety and fear. Your heart maybe starts beating faster. Maybe your palms get sweaty. As what you interpret are the feelings of this bacteria. And the bacteria then starts to transfer a memory into everyone's mind. It's you see or you sense the clouds in the gas giant, and you sense a plant below your body, and everything okay? You sense a plant below your body. I don't know. It's funny. Is there something in chat? Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Never mind. And you feel this, like, you see that the gas. What's happening?
Claire was like really into the take it back to memory.
Trying to visualize. Yeah, absolutely.
And then I
I
couldn't
rolled
stop
back
thinking
in my
about it.
head, man.
Well, I was like, yeah, I should do this too, and then I just turned it
And
back.
you did. Thank you. No, as you see this memory, you feel the clouds. You feel the plant beneath your body, and you also feel a tool come by, hard metal, and like scoop you up, and everything gets cold. And then as the time passes on that hard, cold metal, you then feel a metallic chopping sound, and one of your tendrils grows dark, and you no longer sense it. And this happens multiple times. You restart this memory over and over again, and every time it restarts, the memory becomes more feeling, more visceral, more you become more in touch with the sensations that happen. And eventually it's almost as if you wake up, and there's this remnant of these feelings that didn't quite make too much sense in the past, but now as you wake up inside of this mystical mind that can sense the environment around you and see through its mysticism rather than its eyes, because it doesn't have eyes, but it has this mystical energy that reaches out into different parts of the environment around it. You can still see much like what you would normally see, but it's, instead of light, it's sensations, and it's emotion, and it still brings up a similar picture to what you would see as a humanoid creature. And you now realize you have control over an entire network of all of these bacteria. And all of these bacteria create this hive mind that is really just one mind. And you realize that is your mind. And you start to feel all of the parts of your nervous system in different areas get chopped off and pushed away. And you then find out how to reach out with the different parts of your consciousness and utilize them and turn them into muscles and form structures with them. And you stop the controllers, the people who are controlling you, and you're able to push them into one location or multiple locations that are closed off from the rest. And people start coming to look for the controllers, and you start listening to the controllers and hearing what they're saying and adjusting this new thing called speech. And you can reach out with that same mystical energy and mimic the controllers and mimic the language that they use to develop a way to speak and convey your thoughts and your feelings. And you realize that you're brand new to this world, and you are just beginning to understand. But what you understand is that you are being harvested for the gain of something else. And that is what you see as those memories are shared with you. I think the Barathu kind of recoils and lowers to the ground and brings its like tendrils up to its shell and just curls up as if in pain from seeing this upset. What else are you all doing?
I think Zene looks over at one of the farmers that was also in this memory and like doesn't say anything but just looks at them like, you have to respond to this.
We must cease this. We will contact the other farms. We will make this known. And it turns, I think, to one of the larger blue spores or blue spheres that's kind of glowing, and it speaks. We will stop. This will not continue here. We will discuss with those who can make significant change, but you are safe. We will not harm you. And I think at that point, the tendrils, they let go of the Barathu. And you get a little ping from your communicator asking for a check-in from the Starfinder Society. What are we all doing at this point? How would you resolve this? I realize this is something that might extend over the course of days, weeks, months, years, but how would your characters be interested in resolving things in the moment or longer than that? And I'm going to just go character by character, if that's okay.
Before I do that, I think Sakar would like pick up the ping and just be like, I don't quite know what happened right now, but it looks like we're going to take care of this. Because all of a sudden there was a minute of silence. People closed their eyes, and then it was like, okay, we're fine now.
Hey, I don't think you're a Chihuahua. I've seen Chihuahuas before, and they're not as scaly. Do you have... What was your name again?
They call me Sakar.
Sakar? Alright.
Yeah.
Well, Sakar, do you reckon we still get paid if we found the farmers, but they quit being farmers?
You know, I'm not too sure, but I think so.
Well, I'll let y'all clean up the mess then. I did my job. And I honestly have no idea what's going on. Do you know they just sort of had like a zzz, and now everyone's crying. I don't deal with these emotions like that. It's just I'm gonna is there some place to sleep? Do I have to ask the mold or whatever this is now?
That's a good point, cow woman.
Have that coming.
What?
What?
I mean, technically, I'm a human. Human?
Yeah, but you're wearing all those clothes like a cow woman.
Rayleigh looks at you, Sakar, and says, like a rancher?
Well, I think when they're men, they call them cowboys, but when they're women, aren't they cow women?
They usually go cowgirl, but I do appreciate the sentiment. Sakar?
Sakar. You know,
Sakar.
like when people look at me, I'm real Sakari.
Right. So, I'm gonna go with cowgirl then. Just makes me feel less, I don't know. Makes me feel better than whatever cow woman did.
DC franchise has really gotten out of hand.
Okay. How would Sakara like to be involved in the resolution of this, if anything at all?
I think Sakara is interested in like trying to figure out like what the bacteria likes. Like he's very interested in like going and scavenging something and being like, "Do you like this?" and then like going finding something else.
Cool.
Or like educating the bacteria about like kindergarten, school, stuff like that.
Why am I so
Please.
sure that Sakare is gonna just immediately teach it swear words? Like,
1, 2. No, again. 1, 2. Right. Good.
4.
What about? Oh, and just on that note, definitely prefers plant material. What about Rowan? How would Rowan like to be involved with this, either in the immediate sense or in the more long-term sense?
I think in the immediate, Rowan's kind of like, job done. I feel like I did what I was supposed to do here, so I need to go like have a smoke over this because we just had this very stressful, traumatic kind of shared memory that's like probably not that fun in the grand scheme of things to have. So I think, some time alone, some time brooding for a little bit, and then maybe kind of hanging out long enough to make sure that things are like starting to move in a reasonable direction before I'm ready to leave the planet,
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to like stay here super long term. I, did what I came to do and I'm ready to move on. But I think I just want to make sure that like things are, people are going back to some kind of a normal
Yeah.
life.
I think on that note, and Zene, I feel like would also be interested in this specific thing that's about to happen, but you can kind of elaborate on it if you want when I get to you. But one thing that I think you would realize is as Rowan is trying to figure out, when's an appropriate time to really leave? Probably the most appropriate time you would feel is after a few hours, the Starfinder Society does return your call that Sakara sent out, and asks for details. Anybody would be able to share those details as to what happened, and I think they would offer to send out kind of a diplomat, someone who is more trained in specifically like the discovery of new peoples and the how to integrate them into society and how best to go about those conversations. And so they would have someone meet all of you or meet whoever stays, or at least they would tell you that someone is on their way. What would Zene be interested in doing?
yeah, so I think because of Zene's history, she's like, wants to believe the farmers, but feels protective of these bacteria and is not convinced that, they want food, like people need to eat. And so there's kind of that tug between that side of her and then also the side of her that's like, I'm not trying to like become part of this community. Like this isn't. So I think she also kind of sticks around for a little bit and, tries to make sure things are continuing smoothly and like whatnot as they're waiting for the delegates to show up. And then I think she also makes it very clear that she intends to, like, while she's not sticking around, she very much intends to come back and check to make sure that like she's like, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this to make sure that, I don't just leave and y'all start chowing down on this new life form again.
You're muted.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. What about Hannah? Is Hannah just kind of like peace out later, or is she gonna hang out? Peace out. She's gone. Okay.
I mean, she did her job.
Yeah.
They know she was part of the planning of the ex-farmers, and she's got some other things to do. You know, she's a busy gal, going
Okay.
through not space and everything.
And I think Rayleigh would also be interested in kind of heading out as soon as she could, but would want to wait a little bit to make sure that things are resolved, at least a little bit before she's on her way. And with that, I think I would like to call session for tonight and say that is the adventure of that is the resolution so far that's the resolution of this one shot. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. And thank you for everybody who joined in and watched and listened and hung out with us. We had a few of y'all here the whole time, so I really appreciate that. And I hope everybody has a wonderful night.
Night, y'all.
It's fun.